Hi, welcome to this short webinar where we're going to take a look at the Uniform Vet Checklist report. So Philippa, why do people tend to use the vet checklist as opposed to maybe the herdsman's action list?
People use it if they want a list that's a bit more in depth. So if you want to look at animals that haven't been served or had a heat so many days after calving, or if there's a particular health condition or a treatment that you'd like the animal to be seen by the vet for, all that can be added on to that list.
So this is very much a list that we would generate prior to the vet visit.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go through then and let's show how we set it up.
Okay, so you want to go to Cow's Head and then into Special Reports and then into Vet Checklist. So here you have a vet list. To change anything on the vet list, if you go into Properties, and then if we then go over to Reasons, so then this gives us a list of all the different reasons we can have animals on the vet checklist. And if you click on each one, you'll see then we've got no heat, and then you'll see days after calving for not seeing heat, we've got that set as 65, but you can change that to whatever you would like to see.
I see we have the figures in brackets. That's a suggested value then, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, I see on the bottom left, you created a pre-list for that.
Yes.
So we could have one maybe for the young stock, if they're in a separate yard or something like that, and then one for the cows.
Yep, and then you also have a separate pre-list for your app as well.
Okay. Okay, so you've got health there as well. Health recheck.
Yep, so this one here, so at the moment this is that you tick this if you want to any health conditions or treatments that an animal gets entered in for, that they'll come on to the list. And then here we can see the different health conditions and different treatments we currently have listed on here.
So if you see a cow has retained cleansing, we can enter that in the app, synchronize that with the program.
Yep.
And then that will automatically
add her onto the vet list.
Okay, I guess on your health conditions, you'd actually have to set that.
Yes, so as you can see at the bottom there, it says if you want to add something there, you've got to go into your health condition list and then set that as a reason or a remark only, depending on what you want it to come up as.
Okay, so if it was a remark, it would come up if the cow was included on the list?
Yeah, if she was on for something else, but she also had that health condition or treatment, then it would show up in the comments section.
Okay, so if we just tick that and we'll bring some cows up, how long would the cow remain on the list?
So if she's on there for a health check, she'll remain on there until she's entered in that she's had a check by a vet. So you can see at the bottom there, animal go off list when entering in a check by vet.
Okay, could we just go back to the selection? Okay, so then we can specify which animals we're going to look at.
Yeah.
And then under general, I think this bit's important because you can fine tune it for how much information you want on there.
Yeah.
So for example, if the list is maybe too long, I can see what you've done there. Rather than showing every service date, you've just ticked the box there, so it just shows that the cow was served 3 times.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, and then you can also say how many health events and treatments you want selected in the comments section, or you can just sort of set it to so many days back if you wish.
And I see on the optional columns then we have quite a lot of settings that we can use there. So I mean SPP, if we have milk leases or with milk recording, that's perfect. We can see the 7-day average, and then the vet has the calving interval, so all the information is there.
Yeah.
And I see on this report you've kept it fairly basic. You're not including any scheduled events.
No, so we've not got anything like that in there, but if you did want to see which cows are maybe due for a foot trim or something like that, we can then add them on here as well if you want to see it.
Okay, so if we're happy with that, we would then save the settings.
Yeah, click save.
So
okay.
Next time we go in, I guess.
Yeah, it'll keep all the settings that you selected there.
Okay, perfect. So now I can see, yes, we're bringing up some health checks.
Yeah.
So in terms of actually taking that off this list, how would we go about that?
So you've got a couple of options. You can either select an animal you want to take off the list and then do them individually by going to check by vet. And then that will bring up just for that individual animal. You can select your date. It picks up the check by vet. Then we can go to next, and if she's not having any treatments or anything, we can just select finish, and then that will enter that in that she's been checked and also remove her off of the vet checklist for us. So you can see now she's gone.
Can you just show me the check by vets? Because I guess that's important.
Yeah, so if we go back into properties, and then down at the bottom here, we've got our default treatment when confirming check by vet. If we go into here, so this will pull up our treatment list. So you'll need to add in a new check by vet if you haven't got one in already. And then when you add that in, I just edit that one. So you put in your check by vet, you've got a tab here for vet checklist, and then you just need to make sure that you've got a check by vet ticked. So you can have this on multiple treatments if you wish, but you can just then have a default one that goes in, but you can change it if you want to.
So that's really important, because if that box isn't ticked, then you can say check by vet.
Yeah, but it won't take the animal off the list.
Okay,
no.
super. Okay, you did that one individually. Can we do, I see you've got batch entry bottom left.
Yeah, so if you go into batch entry, then what it will do is it will list all your different reasons. So you've got your PD checks, health rechecks, everything in there. And then if you select the one you want to look at, go to next. And then now what it'll do is it'll give you a list of all the animals in the herd, but we can see at the top here, there's 16 animals selected. So if we just filter on the selected column, then it brings up all our selected cows. So those are the 16 animals that are on for a health check. And then what we can do, we can either go through and untick the ones that we haven't checked. And then we can see that number going down. So we've got 12 selected now. And then if we say, right, okay, all those 12 were checked and they were fine. So we can then go to next. We can select our date. We've got our default check by vet in there. Next again, and then next into finish. And then it will take those 12 animals off the list.
Okay, perfect. And I guess it's also important to say that you need to do that through the vet checklist.
Yes.
As opposed to doing it in daily events.
You can't put a check by vet in through daily events. Everything vet checklist wise has to go through this report.
Okay, well, hopefully everybody found that helpful. If you need any help setting up the vet check report or fine tuning it or just tweaking it for your individual farm, please give the help desk a call, because I think this is an important report. It can really help you give the information to the vet. It can show you which cows need to be pulled out for the vet to look at. So yeah, give it a go, and we'll try and help you the best we can.